Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is about Eric Nelson. Now, Eric Nelson is the defense attorney of Derek Chauvin, and Derek Chauvin is the cop that was charged with killing George Floyd. So, I want to just take a quick temperature check of the trial, and the best way to do that, I decided, would be to go through Eric Nelson. Now, the choice of going through his energy to get to the trial was, it was a very interesting choice. I was going to use the prosecutor, but there are too many of them. There are literally like 4 or 5 prosecutors going against the Eric Nelson guy. So I decided that we can better get to the energy if we go through him, because his is more in one spot versus the prosecutors, which are spread it out. So, holy guides, spirit, angels, and ancestors, we would like to get the energy of Eric Nelson. Now, you should be able to find his energy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Or am I saying it backwards? Minnesota, Minneapolis. And we're not wanting to lurk around his house or anything like that, because that would be unfair. We would like to try and pick up on his energy when he gets to the courthouse. So we are looking for Eric Nelson's energy around the 1400 block of Maryland Avenue in Minnesota, Minneapolis. Spirit, this is a courthouse. You will see many people like him, I suppose, but we are looking for one specific person. Eric Nelson. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, 1400 block of Maryland Avenue. Alright, we're going to get 3 cards just to get us started to see if we're in the right energy. Alright. Ooh. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands, which is the overall mood. Alright. And what came out is the 3 of Wands, which is, I always feel like, the anticipation card. Because even though there are only 2 people here, they're walking towards this city. And it's like they're anticipating what's going to happen. And on this card, there are lots of hills and valleys, which is giving me the impression of, like highs and lows. Because when you are defending someone, you do have strong points and weak points in the story, I suppose. Alright, so we got anticipation with highs and lows. And we have the death card, which I'm not surprised to see, considering that this is a murder trial. But as I'm looking at this card, I'm not really paying so much attention to the death guy right here, or the Grim Reaper, or the people that died. That's what's not standing out to me in this card. To me, what's standing out is the city behind the card. You see that fire? The city in the back is on fire. So I'm getting the impression like, even though the death or the incident is localized, it can have, like, I guess you can say, a wide net of reaction or larger circumstances, a bigger picture, something like that. And now we have the Page of Wands as well. Now I'm feeling this is a bit of his energy, the energy that we're trying to get to. See, these first 2 cards were the situation. But this Page of Wands guy, this is the Eric Nelson. Now, the Page of Wands is I guess you can say, quick on his feet, very resourceful, and just working with anything that he can really get his hands on. Because he is walking, to me this looks like a beach, always. Well, if you look at his feet, there's like a lot of garbage and stuff down here. To pick and choose which item to use, or which one is important and which one isn't. Alright, so let's get a little bit of clarification. And I've already meditated on all these cards. I just put them away before we got started. Alright, so we have our clarifiers. Okay. Spirit, can you please clarify for me the energy surrounding this Three of Wands card? The anticipation card. Ooh, that's too many. Alright. Spirit, can you please clarify the Three of Wands? What is it that Eric Nelson is anticipating? Why is the Three of Wands here for Eric Nelson? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Alright. So what we have is, two cards. A hidden card. I love hidden cards. Okay, so what we have first of all is the changeable future. Which is, a lot like a tower moment. But it's more or less like everything can change. One day it's smooth sailing and then thunderstorm. Your boat's knocked over. I'm getting a feeling with this card. It's almost like anticipating a bit of a backlash, but it's not happening. The storm, even though this is like a negative card and it's a changeable future card, this storm, to me it looks like he's not actually in the storm, but like he's watching it. See the storm in the background? But this is him right here. So it's like anticipating maybe a change in the, I want to say like a change in the mood. And what else came out is the organization card. Because I did watch quite a bit of his, his questioning, and he is very well organized. And I also think even though the prosecutors have like 3 or 4 of them, he does have another lawyer assisting him. They're just not in the limelight. So we have organization and anticipating of a change. Alright, now let's clarify the death card with the burning city in the background. Spirit, now as we are in Minnesota, Minneapolis, and we know that this is a murder trial, can you please clarify why the city is burning in the background? Why is the city behind death burning? Clarify the death for us in this trial as far as Eric Nelson is concerned. Why does the city in the card on fire? Clarify the burning city for us. There it is. Clarify the burning city for us. Why is it? Oh, alright. Let's see. 2 cards. So we have the 3 of Cups, which is, I always like to think the celebration card, and also in this deck it says the Lord of Abundance because all the cups are full, but the cups are all about emotions. And if you set your city on fire, you're emotional. You have a lot of emotions, so that's for sure. So the city's on fire because of boiling over emotions. And also the 6 of Pentacles is my reaping and sowing card, I always think. So this card here is giving me that kind of the same energy that this changeable future card was having. Of a backlash, opposite equal reaction. I'm going to clarify the 6 of Pentacles a little more. I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland deck to clarify it. Spirit, can you get a little bit more specific about the Six of Coins here? Why is the Reaping and Sowing card here for the Burning City? Clarify the Six of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Pentacles here for Eric Nelson and the City on Fire. Oh, there it is. Alright. So then it goes back to another 3. We just had the 3 of Cups. Now it's the 3 of Pentacles. So 3, 3 is a 6, and then the 6 of Pentacles is a 6, of course. And the 3 of Pentacles are people working together for a common goal. Yeah, I'm thinking that this City on Fire thing is about... I'm getting that, the working together card is giving me... Do you remember, like, when they was doing all of those protests and stuff? And there were, like, 2 different groups. It was, like, the Antifa people and then the BLM people. And it was, like, they were all trying to work together, but it was just... Their whole situation was just really a mess. So this is the card I'm picking up with this 3 of Pentacles. Like, the city could be on fire because all of those groups are trying to work together again. I know there was a few rioting, you know, last year or whatever. Alright, so let's move forward to the Page of Wands. This is the actual person's energy that we're trying to get at. Eric Nelson. The defense attorney who is going up against like 4 state prosecutors. Why is the Page of Wands here for Eric Nelson? Why is the Page of Wands here for Eric Nelson as far as the George Floyd trial is concerned? Clarify the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here for Eric Nelson? Clarify the Page of Wands for Eric Nelson as far as the George Floyd trial is concerned. Is he just working with things that he was given? 2 cards come out. Okay, so what came out is the 4 of Cups, which is kind of like the melancholy card or the indifference cards where you're not happy or sad. Because this is one of my questions that I had written down, was how he felt about being Derek Chauvin's lawyer, you know, if he was, you know, one way or the other about it. So apparently he's not upset, nor is he excited to have the job of being Derek's defense attorney. But it's something to think about in this card. Even though these 3 cups back here are in the water, it's one balancing on this dolphin's head right there, which takes a lot of skill. It just takes a lot of skill to balance a full cup on a dolphin's head. So I'm getting this card as a significance that he doesn't like being the Derek's lawyer, but he doesn't dislike it either. But he's also very talented. So, you know, don't mistake it. Eric Nelson's a very, very good attorney. And what else we have is the Empress card. The Empress is a person that, it's a woman's energy, more or less, or just a feminine energy, but it is a person who is, I would like to say the Empress is prepared to deal with her family or to deal with the empire. But also, the Empress doesn't really get out there and fight so much as she orchestrates, as the Emperor orchestrates as well. But the Empress orchestrating is more on a, I would say more on a domestic level, or more on a emotional level, like to keep the different energies organized in the trial, like the not get too far ahead of yourself and start thinking that you're winning, or to get down on yourself and start thinking that you're losing. This Empress energy is one of just being, I'm getting the energy of just being prepared right here. Alright, sorry for the interruption. But the Empress is very prepared to deal with like I said, emotional matters, as far as if you're not wanting to get too far ahead of yourself. But it's something more to this card. That's why I keep just looking at it. In this card, the Empress is a bit of a mess, and Alice is helping her, and the cat is grooming the other cat, and one of her shoes are off. But you can't notice that if you're just looking at her. But if you look down, you would notice that one of her shoes is off. So I'm feeling like Eric Nelson may have a bit of an Achilles heel somewhere in the trial. Like, it's just something you just can't get past. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with this shoe on, shoe off in this Empress card, is the phrase Achilles heel. So we're digging to that. Alright, so let's get to some of the questions. You're right. Let's ask that question. So we have the question, does Eric Nelson believe his client is innocent? Spirit, does Eric Nelson think his client is innocent? Or not so much as innocent, but not at fault for the death of George Floyd? What is Eric Nelson's energy when he thinks of his client's chances of getting off? Give us the energy that he gets when he thinks of his client. The Queen of Coins came out. This is an interesting card. The Queen of Coins is, of course, she secure a lot of, I'm hearing like seniority, like a lot of experience, like a track record. Maybe this is like his first incident on the job, perhaps. I'm getting track record. He thinks that his client has a good track record. And even this box that she has her foot on says 95%. Like quantity 90, well actually it says quantity 96%. Yeah, so he thinks, that's what I'm getting, he thinks his client has a good track record as far as, the job is concerned. This may be his only instance of gross negligence or, inhumane activity. So let's clarify this good track record. Spirit, what is it about Derek Chauvin's track record that makes it good? Clarify Derek's track record as far as his lawyer Eric Nelson is concerned. What is it about his track record that Eric Nelson finds good? Clarify Derek's track record for us. There it is. Alright. Now, the card that came out is a greedy man, who's trying to get everything off the table all at once. It's like, you can't hold all of that, but he's trying to get it off the table all at once because he's greedy. So if this, as far as his track record would be concerned, if it be a positive, I'm thinking this to me is saying that if he wanted to just go out there and kill black men or kill black people, he would have done it before. Why wait now to do it? So that's what I'm getting as far as his track record and his greedy man card coming out together. If this was in him, it would have came out before. That's very interesting, Spirit. That is a very interesting point of view. Alright, so let's move on to another question. Right, is Eric Nelson a liberal or a conservative? Because that does play a part, in how you judge things or handle your business. If you are a liberal or, a conservative. So I would like to know that. Spirit, is Eric Nelson a liberal or is he a conservative? In his daily life, what are his thoughts on society Is Eric Nelson a liberal, a socialist even, or a conservative? Spirit, is Eric Nelson a liberal? Alright, so I get this one flipped over and then this one shot out. So these are our answers. Now, we have another 6. We had the 6 of Pentacles earlier. Now we have the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups are the giving and taking cards. But on this card, as far as the question we just asked, is Eric Nelson a liberal? On this card, there's people, you know, playing together. It's almost like playing chase, playing tag. It's a little boy back here with his shirt off watching, and it's a little boy right here drinking water. And then there's someone in the back watching them enjoy themselves. They're not trying to stop the people from enjoying themselves. They're just watching. This, to me, the 6 of Cups is a card of people enjoying themselves, not really so much. These kids are even running barefoot. Not so much as worrying about the rules or, you know, the status quo. So I would say that Eric Nelson is a bit of a liberal. And the 5 of Swords came out, which is I would say the 5 of Swords is, you know, not only is it violence, but it's overkill. It's overkill. So, now that I'm looking at these two cards together, it's a bit of a conflict of interest. Because even though this card would say he's a liberal, this 5 of Swords card, to me, indicates that he believes in capital punishment. So, yeah. That's a little sticky. A liberal that believes in capital punishment. Let's clarify this. Spirit, why are those words here, capital punishment, when it comes to Eric Nelson's biased or unbiased status with society? Why is capital punishment coming up here? Clarify the 5 of Swords for Eric Nelson as far as his thoughts on society. Why is the 5 of Swords here? When it comes to Eric Nelson's thoughts on capital punishment. Alright, so even though these went over here, this one landed right in front. So I'm going to take the one that landed right in front. Alright. Oh, it's 2. I do love hidden cards. Okay, so capital punishment is clarified with deceit possible, but also enjoying life. And the deceit possible, I guess, would be, you know, the thought, and sometimes you do get it wrong. You know, sometimes an innocent man does get punished. But, you know, the payoff is society being able to enjoy themselves with dangerous people off the street and out of the system. That's very interesting. Sometimes you get it wrong, but I'm hearing, like, for the greater good, you know, sometimes you have to use capital punishment. I don't know why we have taken a turn down the capital punishment road. Let's get back on track with another question. Okay. So, right. Is Eric Nelson afraid as far as threats of violence from the public? Because I'm pretty sure when you're defending someone that the public doesn't like, I can imagine you get, you know, some messages that aren't exactly happy. We put it like that. Spirit, when Eric Nelson thinks of his job as far as defending Derek Chauvin, does he have fear in his heart as far as the backlash from society toward his family or towards him? Is Eric Nelson afraid of backlash from the public? Is he getting nervous even when he thinks of how this could affect his family? What are Eric Nelson's thoughts on his job versus his safety at this time? Where is Eric Nelson afraid? These cards have wanted to be standing upright. Is Eric Nelson afraid when he thinks of his job defending Derek? Alright, I'm going to take you. It's the same card. It just keeps sticking upright. Ooh, it's a good one. The Star. So, this to me is, he is not afraid of the backlash from the public. Actually, he likes it. You know, the Star, the rising star, I'm pretty sure he is going to be very well known after this trial. So he's not afraid. He's actually welcoming the celebrity or the publicity, I suppose you can say. So that's good. You know, you don't want to be afraid, and you can do your job well. Alright. Spirit, clarify the Star. Does Eric Nelson anticipate being famous well after this trial? Why is the Star here for him? Do you think he will be seen as a positive person regardless of how the trial turns out? Alright, this one came out. Disagreements card. So he is, he likes being the Star, but he's aware that, you know, there's going to be debates. There's going to be lots of debates about it. And he's kind of ready. Eric Nelson is ready to get into these debates, and he's not afraid to ask the hard questions. And I see where he's not going to shy away from the hard questions. So again, during all of these questions, it just keeps saying that Eric Nelson is a very good attorney, and he's not afraid. He's going to rise to this occasion. So I think we're all just going to watch and see what happens. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace, and if you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.